I'm going to show how to replace a steering wheel on a Sonic. This is a 2012 Sonic, but I'm sure quite a few of them are the same. I have it upside down because that's the position we're going to need it in to swap this out, but this is my old rubber steering wheel, which has become worn, and it seems like the rubber is separated from the metal in some spots. And went to my local salvage yard and picked up a leather one out of a Cruze. And that was like $7. That's great. The first thing you want to do is disconnect the positive battery cable. And if you don't know how to do that, then you probably shouldn't be attempting this to begin with. What we need to do here first is we need to get the airbag off here so we can gain access to three bolts, 3 small bolts and 1 large one in the center. And we need to do that by, see if I can get a good shot here. It's hard to see. And this is why I have it upside down. These right here. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. These slots here. You need to stick it like a small screwdriver or something like that in this side, in the small side, and slide it that way. And that will release a retaining clip inside. And there's one over here as well. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll show the next part. Alright, got the airbag off. I don't have it attached yet, but to show you the retaining clips, these, or the whatever this is, this spring, these are what hold in the airbag. And that screwdriver, I used a small screwdriver on the back side, I was talking about it in there. As I move it, you will see how that spring moves. And that's how you get that to release. Okay, so I am going to remove the airbag now. These couplers right here should come off fairly easy. Try to do this with one hand. At least it did in the salvage yard when I took them off. I'm going to turn this off and use both hands. Alright, so I've got the airbag off. As you see, the connectors are color coded, kind of an aqua blue and a yellow. You can see they match up here. And focus there. You'll see a little retaining clip there near my thumb on both sides. That's what was holding it in. And what I did was I took a small screwdriver and just carefully pried back and forth on each side, going side to side, till it slowly popped out of there. So, because I don't want to damage those. Alright, so now that we got that out, we want to remove these 3 right here. I found an online tutorial to do this to begin with, and the person who wrote it up said it was a T35 Torx bit, which are very hard to find, so I had to order it online, got it, and then when I went to the salvage yard to do it, turns out it was a 30, which is really common. So I'm going to go get my T30 Torx bit and remove these 3 bolts right here. This is basically just holding in this piece, which is also your horn buttons, what that is. As you can see, we've got those 3 bolts removed now, and then we've got to disconnect this coupler here, this coupler here, and this one down here. Let's see if I can go ahead and get that one real quick. Not sure if I can get it with one hand or not. There we go. These will remain. Let's see if we get this one. Yep, that one's easy enough. And let's see if I can get my hand in there for this one here. Alright, and that allows us to remove this. There we go. So our next thing is going to be removing this, which is a T50. So let me go grab that and we'll remove that bolt. Okay, I've got the T50 bolt out, and with a little bit of persuasion, just a little back and forth wiggling, here we go. The old wheel is off. And then we're just going to reverse the steps to put the new one on. Well, this next part's going to save you some time because I just spent about 45 minutes trying to figure something out. So the controls for the old steering wheel, or the old steering wheel need to be used. I'd seen the tutorial online saying something about them not being the same as far as wiring. Well, the volume control, which I would love to keep the new one out of the salvage yard because it was a lot nicer looking, it does work as far as wiring. However, let me take this off here. There are little bitty things. See if this will focus here. Like that little nub right there. On the other steering wheel, it would not fit onto this without modifying, yada yada. I even went so far as to take it apart to see about changing just the buttons and stuff, and internally they are different, so I really couldn't make that work. So what you will need to do, you're going to want to use your old piece. Sorry, I can't get this back any further. But basically how you take this off, of course, make sure your couplers are unplugged there, and you'll want to get, you should be able to get your finger back behind the actual switch itself on both sides. Just do one side at a time to begin with though. Get a finger back here, and maybe a small screwdriver or something. I have a white stick. It's just like a nylon stick that fits in there, and just kind of pry a little bit, just kind of wiggle back and forth, and it does eventually just pop out. Same way on this side, just get your finger back behind there and pull a little bit while you've got something in here pulling out. And then once you get that done, you can come down to the bottom and you can kind of pull on this at the same time and down at this bottom edge where it goes together, and that came off. The whole assembly came off. So basically what I've done here is I'm transferring one centerpiece, the original factory one, over to the new leather steering wheel. Okay, and as you can see, I've got the couplers reconnected on the airbag. We should be able to just set that in there, and I believe if we give it a firm push, it should click into place. There we go. Okay, everything's back into place, and I have my leather steering wheel now. Just got to reconnect the positive battery cable and we'll be done.